Amos chapter 1. The words of Amos, who was among the shepherds from Tekoa. He perceived these words concerning Israel during the days of Uzziah, king of Judah, and during the days of Jeroboam, son of Joash, king of Israel, 2 years before the earthquake. He said, Adonai roars from Zion. From Jerusalem he gives his voice. The shepherd's pastures mourn, and the top of Mount Carmel withers. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Damascus, even for 4 I will not relent, for they threshed Gilead with iron threshing sledges. I will send fire into Hazael's palace. It will devour Ben-Hadad's citadels. I will break the Damascus gate bar and cut off the inhabitants from the valley of Aven, wielding Beth Eden's scepter. So the people of Aram will go into exile to Kir. Adonai had said it. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Gaza, even for 4 I will not relent. For they exiled an entire population, giving them over to Edom. So I will send fire on the wall of Gaza. It will devour its citadels. I will cut off Ashdod's inhabitants, wielding Ashkelon's scepter. I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the rest of the Philistines will perish. My Lord Adonai has said it. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Tyre, even for 4 I will not relent. For they gave an entire population over to Edom, and did not remember the covenant of brothers. I will send fire on the wall of Tyre, it will devour its citadels. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Edom, even for 4 I will not relent, for he pursued his brother with a sword and stifled his compassion. For his anger tore continually, and he kept his wrath forever. So I will send fire in Teman, it will devour Bozrah's citadels. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of the sons of Ammon, even for 4 I will not relent. For they ripped open pregnant women of Gilead to expand their territory. I will kindle fire on Rabbah's wall, and will devour its citadels, amid a shouting on a day of battle, with storm on a wind of whirlwind. Their king will go into exile, he and his princes together. Thus says Adonai. Chapter 2. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Moab, even for 4 I will not relent. For he burned the bones of Edom's kings to lime. So I will send fire upon Moab. It will devour Kerioth's citadels. Moab will die in an uproar with a shout of alarm and the sound of the shofar. I will cut off the ruler from her midst and slay all her princes with him. Thus Adonai has said. As for Judah and Israel, thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Judah, even for 4 I will not relent, for they despise Adonai's Torah and have not kept his statutes. Their lies have misled them, those their fathers walked after. So I will send fire upon Judah, it will devour Jerusalem's citadels. Thus says Adonai, for 3 crimes of Israel, even for 4 I will not relent, for they sell the righteous for silver and the needy for a pair of shoes. They trample the head of the poor into the dust of the earth and thwart the way of the humble. A man and his father go to the same girl to profane my holy name. Upon garments taken in pledge, they stretch out beside every altar and drink wine confiscated as fines in the house of their gods. I destroyed the Amorite before them, whose height was like cedars and as strong as oaks. Yes, I destroyed his fruit from above and his roots from beneath. It was I also who brought you up from the land of Egypt and led you 40 years in the wilderness to possess the Amorites' land. I raised up prophets from your sons and Nazarites from your young men. Is this not so, Bnei Israel? Declares Adonai. But you gave the Nazarites wine to drink, and you commanded the prophets, saying, do not prophesy. Behold, I will cause a tottering beneath you as a cart totters when full of sheaves. Then flight will fail for the swift. The mighty will not strengthen his power. The warrior will not save his life. The archer will not stand. The fleet-footed will not escape. The horseman will not save himself. The valiant among the warriors will flee naked in that day, declares Adonai. Chapter 3. Hear the word that Adonai has spoken against you, Bnei Israel, against the whole family that I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, Only you have I known from among all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together unless they meet by appointment? Does a lion roar in the forest when he has no prey? Does a young lion growl from his den unless he has taken prey? Does a bird fall into a trap on the ground if it has no bait? Will a snare spring up from the ground without taking anything? If a shofar alarm sounds in a city, will people not tremble? If there is calamity in a city, has not Adonai caused it? For the Lord Adonai will do nothing unless he has revealed his counsel to his servants the prophets. A lion has roared, who will not fear? My Lord Adonai has spoken, who shall not prophesy? Proclaim on the citados in Ashdod and the citados in the land of Egypt. Assemble on Samaria's mountains. Behold the great tumult within it, even the possession, even the oppression within it. They do not know how to be honest, declares Adonai, those who are saving up violence and destruction in their citados. Therefore, thus says my Lord Adonai, an adversary will surround the land. He will bring down your strength. Your citados will be plundered. Thus says Adonai, just as the shepherd snatches out of the mouth of lion 2 legs or a piece of an ear, so will Bnei Israel dwelling in Samaria escape with a corner of a bed and a head of a couch. Hear and testify against the house of Jacob. It is the declaration of my Lord Adonai Elohei Tsabaoth. For in a day I shall punish Israel for the transgressions of Israel, and attend to the altars of Bethel. The horns of the altar will be cut off and fall to the ground. I will also strike the winter house together with the summer house, and houses of ivory will perish, and great houses will be demolished. It is the declaration of Adonai. Chapter 4. Hear this word, you cows of Bashan, who are on Samaria's hill, who oppress the poor, who crush the needy, who say to their masters, Bring, so we may drink. My Lord Adonai has sworn by his holiness, behold, days are coming upon you when he will drag you away with meat hooks, the last of you with fish hooks. You will go out through breaches, each woman straight ahead, and you will be cast to Harmon. It is the declaration of Adonai. Come to Bethel and transgress. In Gilgal multiply transgression. Every morning bring your sacrifices and your tithe every 3 days. Offer of hametz as a thank offering. Call loud about the 3 will offerings. Boast about it. For so you love to do, Bnei Israel. It is the declaration of my Lord Adonai. So also I myself have given you cleanness of teeth in all your cities, and lack of bread in all your places. Yet you have not returned to me, declares Adonai. Also I myself have withheld from you the rain. When 3 months remained to the harvest, I caused it to rain on one city, while on another city I sent no rain. One piece of ground would get rain, while the portion not rained on would wither. So 2 or 3 cities go staggering to one city to drink water, but would not be satisfied. Yet you have not returned to me, declares Adonai. I struck you with blight and mildew, your many gardens and vineyards, your fig trees and olive trees. The locust has devoured, yet you have not returned to me, declares Adonai. I sent among you a plague in the manner of Egypt. I slew your young men by the sword, with your chariot horses in captivity. I made the stench of your camp rise up even to your own nostrils, yet you have not returned to me, declares Adonai. I overthrew some of you as God overthrew as God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You became like a firebrand snatched from a blaze, yet you have not returned to me, declares Adonai. Therefore, here is what I will do to you, Israel. Because I will do this to you, prepare to meet your God, Israel. For behold, he who forms mountains, who creates the wind, who declares his thoughts to man, who makes dawn out of darkness, who walks above the heights of the earth. His name is Adonai Elohi Tsabaoth.